welcome back to Let's Play Capo 2. Recording this on the days I'll be uploading this part. Well, it happens sometimes when the recording schedule, or my motivation in general, just like, some days it's like, I can't be asked. So like 2 days ago I was like, I can't be asked to do any recording today. And yesterday was a busy day because went to see Lee Evans live, which was quite an experience because I haven't seen any live gigs in years. So that was pretty fun, interesting. But it went on to, like, by the time I got back it was midnight, so those of you who pay attention to my other channel may have noticed, like, was it part 66 of the Pokemon Emerald LP, I think it was uploaded a bit later than the usual schedule I have going, because it's pretty late. But anyways, got nothing to do with this. Alright. I headed to the door. Yes?
Yoshiyuki,
Minatsu. It was Minatsu. What's going on? It's still so early.
Minatsu にもわからん。Yoshiyuki のことを考えているうちに家の前に来てしまったのだ。チャイムを押すべきか言うに15分は悩んだぞ。
She couldn't seem to look me in the eye. She looked cute. But 15 minutes sounded a bit too long, especially in the snow. Most people who knock on our door just like knock the door, the dog's like rrr, 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 rrr. 5 seconds pass, I'm pissing off, then just like, what the hell are you? One of them freaking, like, you just, I don't know what growing up here, we'd like call it Bobby knocking. I don't know why it was called that. I don't know. Like, you know, kids who just like knock on the door and then run away, just like, yeah, run for it, woo! Little assholes. I can't remember if I ever did that. I know my brother probably did though. She was laughing, but I couldn't join her. Come in. We're just going to have breakfast. Why don't you join us? She came to deliver something for me, but I thought I should invite her to breakfast since she came all this way. I made it up. Yume, this is my house, you know. You're right. Anyway, sit down, Manatu. After Manatu sat at the katetsu, I served her a round of breakfast. Okay, let's eat. Manatu asked after she sipped the soup. I agree. Is it?
そうでもないぞ。昨日からMinatsuとYoshiyukiは互いになくてはならない存在となったのだ。
Yume dropped her spoon.
あらあら。ちょっと、それどういうことですか?
Yume questioned me with piercing eyes. Those glaring piercing eyes that would make a really great screensaver. Can you imagine that? You like not using your laptop, screensaver comes up, you look back, glaring eyes. Wait, Manatsu, we didn't really.
別に隠し立てする必要はないだろう。Minatsuたちはかけがえのない存在となったのだ。
Even though she couldn't say I love you, she could say embarrassing things like that. maybe so, but I think you should, think about the situations you're in sometimes. Yume's penetrating eyes hurt me.
兄さん、納得のいく説明を。
I don't know about you, but those eyes don't pierce me. They just make me want to glare back. Let's have a glaring contest, whatever. Just like glare. That should be a new game. Who can glare the longest? Oh, you know what? I got up suddenly. I just remembered that we promised to go out together. Let's go, Minatsu.
え、別にそのような約束は。
Okay, just come with me. I grabbed the rifle and dashed out of the living room.
兄さん
Let's go.
いいのか
There's no other choice. I decided not to explain the situation to Yume and Otne until later. Needing them to come up with their own
それにし
conclusions
て
in
も
their
よ
head
かったのか
that are probably much worse than what it actually is. Yeah, I'll explain to them later, maybe tonight.
いや、そうじゃなくて、家を開けてしまって。
Yeah, Yume and Otne are there.
そうではなくて。え、夢たちの家は隣ではなかったのか
That's right, but they're like my family, so it's normal they stay over with me.
そうなのか。
What's wrong?
いや、なんでもない。
Is she jealous? Then Manatu nuzzled against me as if she was trying to get my attention. But I dodged her by reflex.
いや今日は寒いなって思ってな。
Well then, why the hell did you wearing clothes that is supposed a bit of you'd think you'd have a bit more covered than that. Well, it's snowing alright, and you're a robot! I'm still just kind of baffled by some of this. It was January, it was natural that it was cold. It's currently November, it's natural that it's cold as well. I believe that our ski trip to the mountain must have been colder than this, though.
そうじゃなくて、ほら、寒いと言ったら、あるだろう
Alright, why don't we go eat something that warms us up? We ended up skipping breakfast, I was hungry. What? This coldness bumped up my appetite. Just like we skipped breakfast, so we had something else to eat. Wouldn't it still be a breakfast of some sort then?
港は特に空腹というわけでは。
Oh, okay, maybe we should wait until lunchtime then.
そうそう、ご飯は昼まで待つ方がいい。ほら、それより他にあるだろう寒いといえば。
I realized that Manatu is dressed too light for this season. Indeed. She did look cold. Do you want to go buy a warm jacket? You look cold. Yoshiyuki, are you really going into full dance mode, or are you just playing around like most protagonists tend to do? Notice that in anime, it's always like if they're like a girl that's interested in the protagonist will always do that kind of, I'm going to just play around a bit here, troll you, just like deliberately act completely dense just to wind you up. There's always at least one character the protagonist does that to.
港はロボットだぞ。寒さなどへっちゃらだ。
Huh? You're not cold?
なんでもない。
She muffled her own breath with her hand, she blushed and left me behind. Hey, where are you going? You're acting strange. I rushed up to her and held her hand. What's the matter?
いや、
You really... Well, he is the densest protagonist we've seen so far. Denser even than... What's-his-face from Shuffle, I forget his name. She shook her head and held my hand back tightly. Okay, we don't have to look at clothes, but let's go to the shopping district anyway. We'll walk around and then eat lunch, how about that? Okay then. We hadn't planned this, but I felt like we were on a date. And she tightened her grip on my hand again. If you really want to get his attention, just say
そうだ
something like, if you let go of my hand, I will self-destruct. Just like, oh, okay. He's like, until we get to a certain destination. Okay. Minatsu suddenly stopped in the middle of the shopping district. What's the matter?
せっかくだから今日にしよう ヨシユキちょっとこれから港の行く場所についてきてくれないか
Where are you taking me?
いいからいいから
Minatsu took my hand and started running. We ran through the crowded streets hand in hand. Now, one thing I thought about out the other day that I'm surprised I didn't think of at all when they were like becoming friends and all that, and now it seems to be going a bit further. Just for that one episode of South Park, Awesomeo, just like me and my robot friend. Then we reached our school. School?
来てくれ
We walked through the school on our off day. In the field, the football, baseball, and handball teams were playing. A bunch of girls in PE shorts ran by us. They looked like the girls' volleyball team. They were practicing in the snow. I'd never be able to do the same. In uniform as
こ
well.
こだ
But isn't the uniform, like, not exactly fit for, snow? Here? The place Manatu took me was in front of the incinerator. What brought us here? Just like, open it. She's like, okay. No, this was the incinerator where her shoes had been placed the other day. Even though Manatu started calling me by my first name and vice versa thanks to that incident, it wasn't quite a good memory.
実はな
She groped inside her pocket for something.
これを処分しようと思ってな
It was a notebook she took out. It looked familiar. I believed that it was her secret notebook, formidably titled A Notebook for World Conquest. So she was just like, I will take over the world because these bastards just like, fuck them. But now she changed her mind. Even though it had been bugging me, I didn't feel like I should ask her about it, so I was keeping quiet. So, what was written in the notebook anyway?
見てみるか
She handed me the notebook. Whoa. I saw pages full of diagrams, charts, and words. My eyes caught these headings when I skimmed it. Summary of World Conquest Plan. What is the definition of World Conquest? How to subvert the current government system. Tactics utilizing a subversive approach. Thoughts on violent measures. To not make my world conquest a prime dream. I think I read that wrong. I couldn't tell whether or not she really meant these, but the notes showed how to conquer the world all by herself. What is this? She blushed and looked away.
恥ずかしい話なのだがな港はスキー旅行から帰ってくるまではな本気で世界征服というものを考えていたのだ
Can anyone, whether it be a human being or a robot, really actually do that, really? She was fidgeting. I couldn't hold my laugh seeing her like that. I rushed to kill my laughter.
笑うな港は本気だったんだぞ
Oh, I'm sorry. I skimmed through the notebook and found some words that had been slashed with red ink with comments accompanying them. Those comments seemed to be criticizing Manatsu's plans. What are all these red parts?
時折アンズ先輩に添削してもらっていたのだアンズ先輩は港の夢物語を笑わずに聞いてくれて真面目に計画について考えてくれた
It's just like Andrew's probably like, yeah, I'll help you conquer the world as long as I get in on this, right? I see. That was why. Thanks to Anzu's help, the latter part of the notes looked relatively more realistic than the beginning part. In the beginning portion, I saw an illustration of the Skyward Fortress at Hatsune Island. It looked like science fiction. In the latter part, I saw budgets and necessary timetabling to complete the plans. Those numbers looked formidably realistic. It must be Anzu who had infused her with those.
途中で封印してあるページと最後の章だけはアンズ先輩にも見せていないがな。
It makes you wonder what Anzu's one's gonna be like. I forcefully opened the portion sealed with staples. It said HM series and ammunition control. Toward the end, I found an unfinished page entitled A Peaceful Society Controlled by Robots.
ミナツはな、人間がこの世界を取り仕切っているという現状に正直我慢ならなかった。
I look an eye, honestly, and I'm human myself. Like I said before, I just kind of hate the hypocrisy and just general shitty nature that we have. But what can you do, really?
だからどうしたらより良い世界になるのか模索していたのだ。世界征服なんて本当に実行できるかどうかわからなかったが、考えるだけで楽になれた。
What do you think now? What do you think of those ideas now? Minatsu silently took the notebook from my hands and a lighter from her pocket. She lit the notebook and threw it into the incinerator. Minatsu.
これが答えだ。ロボットたちが解放されて世の中を管理すればいい世の中になると思っていた。しかしそれでは今の世の中を逆さまにひっくり返しただけでやっていることは何も変わらん。
Well, there would. It'd just be robots being the assholes instead.
それよりもな、ミナツはヨシユキと一緒に新しい世界を見たいんだ。人間とロボットが共存していける世界を。
Manatu.
ヨシユキは言ってくれた。ミナツと一緒に架け橋になってくれると。ミナツはそれを信じたい。これからもよろしく頼むぞ。
She held out her hand, smiling. I took her hand with no hesitation. Sure.
ありがとう、ヨシユキ。
She smiled a bit bashfully. She looked beautiful in the falling snow and cherry blossom petals. Smoke rose up from the incinerator. It was a signal that showed Manatsu's faith in humanity. Man, it's kinda sad. A robot has more faith in humanity than me. I want to have faith in humanity, man, but it's just... I have too much time to think of the negative sides of it. I want to think more of the positives in humanity, because there is some positives. It's just kinda... it's just... I just feel like it's all absurd, really. Like... we, drained the planet of its resources and switched to another one. We drained that, we destroyed other environments to make room for our own and expand and expand and expand and expand, just like, whoa, slow down, you know? I don't know, but I want faith in humanity, but currently, I think too much exposure of the internet has done that to me, man. Just freaking scrolling through your Facebook newsfeed is enough to, completely destroy your faith in humanity. I remember reading about the Christmas truce of World War I. It was like, faith in humanity restored. Facebook, faith in humanity, bleh, destroyed. Instantly. But...
でも、なんだ?
I just thought we should have kept a copy of that Skyward Fortress at Hatsune Island, at least.
それは忘れろ!
I can't. How could I forget that shocking artwork?
ヨシユキなんて知らん!
I bet Skyward Sword took those ideas. She blushed and let go of my hand, then she started running toward the school gate. Wait! I chased her and I hoped that someday the world would be like that, what she desired. After spending time with Minatsu, I came home after dark. I'm home. I saw demons in my house.
兄さん
Shit, get my then. Hi, Yume. You couldn't have gone home by now.
帰ったんじゃなかったのかじゃないよ。いきなり飛び出してったまま帰ってこないんだもん。
Have you been in this house the whole time since then?
心配しなくてもちゃんと一回帰ったから。詳しい話を聞こうと思ってまた来たのに兄さん帰ってないんだもん。
Sorry about that.
まあ立ち話もなんだから上がってよ弟くん。
I don't know, man. The smiles, especially Yume is now smiling as well. It's just... I thought this was my home.
さくらさんの家。
Yeah, right.
で
It sounded more like I said, yeah, right, rather than, yeah, right. What do you mean by so?
とぼけないでよお兄さん。ゆめちゃんが知りたいのは天笠さんのことよ。もうお姉ちゃんってば自分も知りたいくせに私に全部振らないでよね。えへへ、バレたか。うん、お姉ちゃんも知りたいな。
Nothing's going on. It's just that I care about her, you know?
手は握った？
Why do I have to tell you that?
いいから答えなさい。
Whoa, she never sounded forceful like that before. Oh, I did. Yeah, sort of.
じゃあチューは？
Of course not.
なんだ、残念。
It's nothing like what you want to hear, Otney. I just want to help her. Otney beamed.
それを恋というのだよ、少年。
Young boy.
成長したなあ。お姉ちゃん、茶化さないでよ。
Yume sighed. Then she looked serious and leaned over to me.
で、本気なの？
About what?
兄さんは天笠さんのことが好きなの？
Well, you know, if I had to choose between love and hate, I stopped in the middle. It wouldn't be polite to Manatu if my attitude was vague. Yeah, I love her. I really wanted to be of help to her from the bottom of my heart.
そう。
You may look down and sighed. What's the matter?
なんでもない。それにしても弟くんが天笠さんとね。お姉ちゃんとしては嬉しいような寂しいような。やけに最近天笠さんのために熱心だと思ったらそういうことだったんだね。
Have I? Really? Was I helping her because I loved her? I couldn't agree with that. I want to believe that I began to be attracted to her diligent attitude while I was assisting her.
じゃあ次の質問行ってみよう。
What? You still have some more? In the end, the questionnaire went on until late at night. But screw the other questions, they're not as interesting. It was Sunday. No, it's Tuesday, actually. While I'm recording. Well, it'll be uploaded as well on Tuesday. Though it depends, really, where the split between the two parts in this recording will be, as I usually do. I was at a cafe with Manatu since she'd asked me out.
眠そうだな。
Minatsu was eating a chocolate banana sundae in order to get some banana meat. Yeah, and Yume didn't let go of me last night. After all, the interrogation went on until around midnight.
なの？
Yume in particular was so hard on me. Why did she want to know so much about my relationship with Manatsu anyway? Your wording, Yoshiyuki, I think you need to word it a bit better. They really wore me out. Better wording, man! Otane, on the other hand, looked happy to hear about it, even though she was emitting a demonic aura.
それはお盛んなようで何よりですな。
You never want to handle two at a time. Wording, man! Oh, what's wrong? You got quiet all of a sudden.
義行は不潔だ。
You're the one with a dirty mind, programming whatever. Then again, I was thinking the same thing the way he was wording it. Eh? Was I? You're an oblivious, idiot. Well, certainly there are times when I don't take a shower or keep wearing the same shirt for a few days, but those are rare occasions. I don't think I'm so dirty. I took a bath last night. I sniffed my clothes to make sure.
3人でか？
Huh? What? With them?
3人で風呂に入ったのかと聞いているのだ。朝倉先輩と夢と。
What? Did I take a bath with Otane and Yume? Why was she asking me something like that all of a sudden? Gee, it's not like the way I was wording it sounded like it could be taken out of context. What are you saying? Why would I have to take a bath with them? I might have if I was a small kid.
義行が唐突に風呂の話など始めるからだ。
All of a sudden? Oh, I told you I took a bath because you said I was dirty.
だが昨夜は2人がなかなか寝かせてくれなかったと激しかったと言っていたではないか。
The wheel in his head, the hamster-like wheel it's turning. It's turning. Ah, I finally understood what she was driving at. So explain why they didn't let me go to sleep. So they asked me all about what's been going on between you and me. Of course, it had only been 2 days since Manatu and I confirmed each other's feelings, so there wasn't much to tell them about.
そうだったのか。Minatsuはついてっきり。
Come on, just think rationally.
最近の人間は結構進んでいると聞いたのでな。いや、勉強したつもりだったのだが。いや、すまない。Minatsuとしたことが。
It's just like, I've researched all these cultures and all that, and I know that you humans have dirty minds, and sorry I got it out of context there. I thought the conclusions her data led her to were off somehow. Could that be because of Anzu? Ah, yeah, Anzu's a bit of a perv. Well, speaking of a bath, I used to take a bath with them a lot when I was small. Suddenly, Minatsu's face froze. Hey, I'm talking about when I was a little kid.
いや、分かっている。分かっているのだが、どうにも心の動揺が。
Oh?
なんだろう。このモヤモヤ感は、こんな感じ、今まで感じたことがない。
I think this is,
あれ？あれとはなんだ？
jealousy.
嫉妬？このMinatsuが嫉妬？このハイクオリティな性能を持つMinatsuにそんな感情があるわけが。
That could be the exact reason, couldn't it? You must be equipped with a jealousy function.
そんな機能いらない。
Just like they give me human emotions, why do they have to give me these ones as well, goddammit? I guess your creator is a very detail-orientated person.
Minatsuには過去がない。夢たちのように義行と一緒に過ごした積み重ねがないのだ。それが途方もなくつらい。今まで自覚していなかったのだが、自覚してしまうとダメだな。
How does one avoid thinking anyway? Memories, huh? Certainly I had memories of the people I met in my life. Even though it had been a short period since I met her, I did have memories with Minatsu. We'll have plenty even if we don't do anything.
それはそうだが
She's like, oh, those pleasant memories where I sat down that one day and I looked at the time, it was like 7. Then I just sat there and then I looked at the time again later on and it was like frigging 12. Time flew by and I did nothing with my time. We didn't have to rush, we could take our time and create lots of memories together. That reminds me, you always see comments like this on YouTube, just like, if like there's a short video that's absolutely pointless, you'll always get comments like, oh, that's 10 seconds of my life gone. It's like, well, what else are you gonna do in 10 seconds? It's like, I could have been doing something more productive, like watching something else. But it's not really all that productive anyway, though, is it? It is to me, damn it! 10 seconds, for God's sake! Do you want to take a bath with me?
バカを言うな誰が
Even though she rebuffed it, her face was all red. You know, depending on the size, it could be uncomfortable, you know. As Manatu and I were aimlessly humming around the city, the sun started setting. The January winds were cold, so both of our hands started to freeze while we were holding each other's. Seems to be someone at the door. They're not gonna answer it, are they? I'll be right back.